Welcome to downtown St. Paul and the XL Energy Center for the State Class 4A Volleyball Semifinals. The number 5 seed Rogers Royals in their first tournament appearance taking on the top seed and tournament favorite Wayzata. The Trojans blasting Roseville in their quarterfinals yesterday, while Rogers pulled out an impressive win in 4 against Lakeville North. I am Jay Wilcox along with Andy Gugesberg. And Andy, that Wayzata performance in the quarterfinals, you go back through the history of the tournament over these last couple decades, I mean, there are not too many matches where you could see almost perfect execution like they had against Roseville.
Yeah, absolutely. A 25-9, 25-9, 25-13 sweep, and I love Greg Hewlin and his Raider squad, but it wasn't even that close. There were multiple times where I just couldn't help but notice Roseville would get a quick side out or an eventual side out, and it was past that swing score, and Wayzata was at the service line again. They were truly the definition of efficiency yesterday here on Court 1.
And Rogers, again, first time in the tournament. It was a 4-5 matchup with Lakeville North. They used serving to their advantage in a big way in that victory. They've only lost 4 matches all season, and 2 of them were to this Wayzata team. I think Rogers kind of a little sleeper team, maybe a little bit coming into the people that didn't know them beforehand.
Yeah, absolutely. They come from Section 8, which is a little further north than the majority of the Metro teams that comprise the 4A teams. So they didn't see a lot of these other teams at the state tournament. You know, they had 4 losses, 2 to this Wayzata team, lost to St. Michael on the season opener, and then lost to Champlain Park in the Northwest Suburban Conference Championship match. Those 4 losses are to 4 high-quality teams, and that St. Michael loss, not only did they avenged in quick fashion in the section final. This team is for real, and as a 5 seed, they are representing very well, we'll put it that way.
Let's take a look at key players in this one, starting with the Royals, and they've got an up-and-coming star, freshman Anya Schmidt. 247 kills for the season, and it was her serving that really impressed in that first round. 14 ace serves in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, 24 kills, 14 aces from the freshman right side hitter who had set last year. This year comes in and is a full-time 6-rotation right side. They adjusted serve receive to let her take a lot of the balls. She's the coach's kid, and as somebody who's been around it for a while, she is the deserving player. It's not a question. I talked with Bo yesterday as he was watching a conference mate, Monticello, play in the state tournament. I said, you know, normally I'll ask a coach who they think the key player might be when it's a visiting team like this. I said, I'm not even going to give you the option to maybe or maybe not pick your kid. It's not your choice. She's the kid. She is the reason they are in this match. And if Wayzata, or if they stand a chance to make Wayzata sweat, it's going to be off her arm.
And for the Trojans, they've got weapons all around. Sierra Moore has quietly had a very good season for them, and signed on this week to play college volleyball. She's going to also be an all-state selection this year. Just a very steady, smooth player who can do a lot of things for the Trojans.
Yeah, 6-rotation left side is a target and serve receive for some unknown reason. She is a rock back there. Definitely one of their bigger hitters as well, has come through in the clutch when they needed her to. She will be called on quite a bit, not only to get some big swings, but also to slow down Schmidt, who will be on the right side.
All right, the Wayzata machine hoping to continue its run toward a championship. Rogers hoping to pull off an upset here in the semifinals. It's the Royals and the Trojans coming up next here on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
And welcome back here to St. Paul as we get set for our first semifinal in Class 4A. And by the way, of course, now 4 classes in volleyball. Something new to adjust to. Obviously, these teams going to be in the biggest class probably all the way along anyway, especially Wayzata, one of the largest schools around. As the teams being introduced, Andy, they both had to wait a little bit. We had back-to-back 5-set matches on this court, and I'm guessing a little bit of nerves when you're getting ready. You're focused in, and you have to sit around a little extra time. And I think probably a tough thing a little bit for Bo Schmidt's team and also Scott Jackson's team.
Yeah, you schedule, we're going to play at 1 o'clock. Here we are looking at my watch. It's 2:07. They've had an extra hour of downtime, and that nerves will get to you. But as we watch these teams warm up, Wayzata just look businesslike as usual. The clock won't affect them. Rogers taking their full advantage of the warm-up as well. Going to be a great one today.
Well, we said Wayzata ultra efficient in their win in the quarterfinal round yesterday as they beat Roseville and kind of mowed through them. Sierra Moore did have 9 kills yesterday. Very balanced attack as usual. Katie Revere, 9 kills also. They just can go. And a lot of teams like to say that we have weapons that we want to go to, but when you get to the crunch time in the state tournament, most of them have 1 or 2, whereas this Wayzata team truly can go to a lot of different ways.
Absolutely. I saw those middles were very involved as well. I think they had 5 and 6 kills respectively. Jesuits, the other pin hitter, had a nice day, probably 4 or 5 kills as well. Just clean volleyball from them all day.
And you see the Wayzata Rogers semifinal will be followed up by Eden Prairie. Boy, they had to work. They lost the first 2 sets 26-24 against Forest Lake before rallying for the win in Eastridge over Jefferson, the other semifinal here. So we've got starting lineups for both these teams. Bryn Reines, Allison Ritter, Hannah Bruskowitz, Caitlin Lee, Anya Schmidt, Olivia Anderson. Alexa Vukic is the libero for Rogers. Avery Jesuit, Sierra Moore, Emma Gerger, Mel Goldstein, Katie Revere, Stella Swenson, a sophomore setter extraordinaire, and Ella Vogel, one of the best defensive specialists / liberos in the state as well.
Yeah, she'll get tested early here with Schmidt's serve because it's a heavy topspin, but it doesn't have a whole lot of precise location. So Vogel's going to be asked to eat up a lot of those serve-receive balls when Schmidt serves.
Katie Revere will serve to start things out for Wayzata. And we are underway in our first 4A semifinal. Royals looking left with it. Vogel digging that one up, and now Jesuits going to the court. Nice dig there for the Royals by Ritter. Jesuits left side will score it for the Trojans. Off hands, and Wayzata gets on the board first.
Another one of those things, we've talked about it all year long, about how everybody knows about Wayzata's offense, but they had 3 nice digs in that rally, ending with the Jesuits' kill for the early lead.
Revere, a tough serve there. Vogel digging that one up, and Gerger had that one blocked. Strong block thrown up there by the Royals.
Yeah, really nice close. Reines steps in to help block the middle there and gets the majority of that one. Here comes the Schmidt serve.
Revere stayed with it. And there's back-to-back block for the Royals. Bruskowitz in the middle for Rogers. And so now Miller will get another opportunity with the serve. Revere across to Jesuits.
Handling error there, evens the score up.
Sophia Johnson into serve here for Wayzata. Tough angle there, but put in play anyway by Reines. Big swing by Revere, but just long.
Revere very accurate out of the back row. We don't see her miss much. You can see the frustration on her face as she tries to go into the corner there, and it is just deep, question mark?
And that serve will be too long, so Wayzata quickly gets it back. Vogel to serve now for the Trojans. backside there, but the timing off, and swing and a miss there by Hannah Friskowitz.
Yeah, that ball was way too high for what she came in. She came in expecting something a little bit faster as a high out of system set, and whoops.
Block a touch late getting there, and Ritter scores it for Rogers.
Take a look at this one here. It's a set that gets almost all the way up to the antenna. Swenson thinks it's going to die inside, so sets her block accordingly, and then Ritter bangs it off the hand.
Johnson fighting that one off. And then Swenson would like to have that one to do again. A little nerves for both teams maybe here. We've seen a few uncharacteristic mistakes by some pretty good players early on. There, and then a block for the Trojans. Here's Schmidt, too strong with that one. Kind of rushed that, it looked like.
Yeah, she was ready to take the third ball. Nobody wanted to take the second one, so when she did get set, it was not the ball she was expecting.
So we're tied up at 5 here in this opening set. Swenson to serve for the Trojans. Vogel is there to dig that one up. Outside, Revere had to go with the right hand and will get it done.
Another back set that didn't quite have the spacing that the hitter was expecting, but Revere does a great job here. We'll take a look at the end of this rally. Great dig. Swenson gets the block flowing with her and reverses field. Really nice adjustment at the end there.
That one pounded through the block by Ritter. We're early, but Rogers so far staying right with the Trojans here.
Ritter, one of only a few seniors on this Rogers squad, really does a nice job out there for them.
Anderson with the serve. Goldstein chipping. And double contact called. Are you finding, I mean, these are the best of the best, so do the officials give them less leeway at the state tournament usually, or?
Here's the issue, and I'm going to try and be as edited as I can as we look at Bo Schmidt in his fourth year, himself a high-ranking official in the club and college world as well. There's a lot of inconsistencies, especially when it comes to ball handling, and at the state tournament, some refs will call that tight and some will let a lot of things fly. It's not relevant on who the better team is, on how good the teams are. It's just the way they've been reffing it all year.
Schmidt scoring that one for the Royals. And that is an ace. That was well on the court. And again, Rogers, we talked about the Lakeville North match, 17 aces total.
Both her and Schmidt have that jump top spin serve, and they're able to cut it with a thumb up or a thumb down. That ball was coming towards Vogel, and then it broke towards Moore, and there was communication error in the way.
Cross for Schmidt off of Jesuits, and Rogers gaining a little momentum here as they go up by 2 at 9-7. As you look at Scott Jackson, and it's an interesting year. I mean, his team, everybody expects them to win. There's no doubt about it, but you got to come out and do it on the court. And there have been other years where not everything goes the way everyone expected.
Well, the foot fault on the service there. It's been a long time. 2009, the last time a team has gone undefeated in the large class system. Wayzata looking to join Rare Airs we've talked about during the section tournament, I know.
Goldstein serving now for the Trojans. And that one missing cross court on the swing for Reinerson. Wayzata battles back to even things up. And this time Bryn will deliver.
Something to keep an eye on. Rogers runs the iron 7. They don't sub any of their players. We'll take a look at this swing here. almost no block there. Revere overruns it late. Those 7 players run the entire time, so there could be some fatigue here by the end of this match.
And the serve too long from Caitlin Lee. And we're even up again at 10 apiece. Revere to serve now for the Trojans. And it's off Jesuit. Boy, that was a tough ball. It was well outside of the antenna. Nice job to keep it in play there by Schmidt. And now it's Anya Schmidt with the serve. Oof. And a net violation there against Rogers. So Johnson back to serve here for the Trojans. And that's going to be an ace for Johnson as the Trojans go back in front now. Able to dig that one up. Moore pushes it over. Now Schmidt sending it to the corner. Johnson gets there. Swenson to Gerger. Comes back at her. And then that one off hands, but staying with it was Ritter. Here's Schmidt. Too long.
Schmidt with another heavy swing from the back row, missing deep zone 6. That tends to happen when you don't get an opportunity to finish your swing, as head coach Bo Schmidt going to call a timeout here. Much closer than expected. Wayzata up 13-11 here halfway through set 1. Everything kind of going okay for Rogers. They're not like giving up big runs, but that was Wayzata machine siding out at a very high efficiency, as they have been all season long.
It's kind of interesting. We've got big crowds, but I feel like the small class that was just playing on this court, the crowds are, I don't know, I think sometimes the suburban fans are a little like too cool to cheer really hard or something. Doesn't it have that feeling? I mean, it's a lot different atmosphere than the match we just saw between Cannon Falls and Holly.
Well, you also have to remember Cannon Falls and Holly, that we got in here and we got things going in the middle of set 4 of a 5-set match. If this goes 4 or 5, that we could see that same crowd interaction. But I think you're right. I remember back to years when Eden Prairie had Sarah Wilhite. They would knock Hopkins out in the section final, and then Thursday there'd be like 30 students here. Friday there'd be 35, but then Saturday for the final, it would be a whiteout all the way across half the arena. So they'll be here on Saturday, Wayzata will for sure, assuming the Trojans hold on to win this one.
Yeah, numbers-wise, it's not bad. Just not super loud yet.
Right.
And down the line they go. Vogel wasn't going to take any chances and plays it. Here's Gerger, a swing, and unable to dig that one was Lukic. So the Trojans now putting together a nice little run. They lead 14-11.
Take a look at this slide attack again. Vogel with a really nice dig down the line. Good ball on a tee. Gerger takes it down the other line, good enough for a point. You know, we talked about stamina being an issue. You got to remember, Wayzata student section's got some other stuff going on today as well. They'll leave here and drive over to watch the football team play.
Well, they're at Park Center playing tonight against St. Michael Albertville, and there's an ace serve. Johnson has put together a nice little run. And here we talk about variety of weapons. Sophia Johnson isn't the first or the second or third name you think of with Wayzata, but a quality player also. Schmidt. That one blocked and then put away nicely by Reines. Rogers needed that one. They had been playing, generally pretty clean, but on a little bit of a run were the Trojans, and Rogers trying to battle back and even things up here, down 3 now. And that one will use the net.
I believe that's Rogers' at least second, if not third ace here in set 1. When we were talking with Scott Jackson before the match, he mentioned they'll get a couple, but they're not going to get the 16 they got yesterday, and holding true to that so far.
And let's see, do they stay with it? Wow, it looked like Moore was going to have a kill there. Off the block there, Revere is ready, and here's Moore. Had that one blocked. Oh, great effort, Johnson. They keep it alive. What a point. And that one is good down the line. The Royals eventually win a key point as Ritter delivers.
Great defensive effort. Layout from Schmidt, thrown back across, extending the rally, and then a great cover there and a free ball chance. Eventually, Rogers wins the point. They go to Gerger on the slide here.
They come the other way now for Moore. Tipped, and Moore swats it back over. Revere able to dig that one. And put away by Moore. Now things have picked up, it feels like. Defense sometimes is what can really get you into it. We've seen some great digs in the last 3 points.
Yeah, good pickup there as Revere stays home on the setter dump, and then we go off hands and into the seam.
Vogel to serve, Trojans by 2. And nice offensive attack there by the Royals as Bruskowitz puts it away.
Bruskowitz quietly having a nice little afternoon here. That's her 3rd or 4th kill. She's got a few blocks as well. Really nice job. She will serve.
Looking for the tie. And that one almost went down. Trojans able to recover. Oh, we're going to have ball going against Wayzata here.
Center line violation there.
Stepped under.
(16-16). Wayzata in unfamiliar territory here.
Yeah, you had to figure it wasn't as good as they are and as good of a season they're having. You know, you get to the state semifinals, you can't expect it's going to be easy.
There's another ace here for the Royals, and Wayzata trailing for the first time in this state tournament. Scott Jackson doesn't look overly concerned yet.
Goldstein had to punch it over. And then a nice double block thrown up there. Swenson alongside Goldstein.
Take a look. This is something right here. We see the throw across. They're going to go 1 and over on 2. And there's a standing double block there. That's because Wayzata has played this team twice and knows that that on 2 is part of their arsenal.
And there's Revere with the block for the Trojans. So again, defensively is where they've kind of picked things up a little bit here and leading it now 18-17.
Back-to-back stuff blocks, giving Wayzata the lead back.
Schmidt pushing it to the corner. Good effort by Johnson to get there. And then this tip will be wide from Lee.
That's a tough space. I mean, Lee in trouble with the set she got. She tries to go to the sideline, but Vogel's been eating that ball up all year.
And that one sprayed wide by Lee as Rogers starting to make a few mistakes. It just feel like they're pressing a little bit right now, feeling like they need to come up with the perfect point.
Good feel there, Jay, as Bo Schmidt recognizes the pressure getting to Rogers and calls a timeout. Wayzata up 20-17 here late in the first set. Just talking to his players about being a little bit cleaner. They know what's open. They know how to take care of the ball in front of them. They've just got to execute the basic skills they've been doing all year. This Bo Schmidt-led Rogers Royals team is really an energetic and fun team to watch. They do a lot of fun, interesting things. We saw the over on 2. What's really fun is in rotation 4 when the setter's in the left front, she actually prefers to get the ball closer to that left antenna so they can run a little bit more diverse offense. They do things that are unconventional that a lot of volleyball purists would say isn't the way you're supposed to play volleyball. But here they are in the state semifinal, playing enough kind of volleyball where they get to keep playing towards the championship. We'll see how they come out of this timeout. It might be Schmidt on the white here, or I think we might get another ball to Lee on kind of a push set.
Swenson, a serving error out of the timeout. So the Royals to within 2 as they get served back. Anderson to serve. Swenson will get it to Moore, has to roll that one over to the middle. Here's Schmidt, and puts it away for the Royals.
Just a heavy arm on that freshman. Sees a double block and bangs through it to get the Rogers Royals within one.
Anderson trying to tie things up with her team down 20-19. Swenson coming to Revere. Good effort there by Vukic. Revere now on the other side. And that one will be too strong from Ritter, and it's 21-19 Wayzata.
Yeah, the Rogers team always looking to swing. Another ball dug directly to the left front pin, and a swing, this time a hitting error. That's twice they've tried it and twice they've missed.
Moore with the serve here for Wayzata. And Ritter off the block and scores it.
Take a look here, really nice back set into four well-placed hands, but they don't quite get turned enough.
And Revere hammers it home. Perfect first pass. Swenson's set was right on the money, and Revere delivers.
Take a look at this location, right on the antenna. The only space that ball could go between the antenna and the block, and she threads the needle. Really nice swing there from the senior right side.
Goldstein with the serve. Ooh, and that one hammered, and scoring for the Royals as they were able to catch Goldstein just a touch out of position there. Got eaten up a little bit by that one. And Vogel, a rare mistake, will score the point for the Royals, and now we're even up at 22.
Yeah, we go back to that play where Goldstein kind of got caught on an island. That's because with Schmidt in the front row, you'll notice Gerger is going to commit block on the right side, meaning it's going to be one-on-one over there for Revere to take care of the left side.
Revere looking cross-court, but couldn't hit it. Royals lead it 23-22. They did win a set from Wayzata at the St. Michael Albertville tournament, so it's not unheard of that they could give them an out. Obviously now, we saw Wayzata start to kind of pull away, and that's what so many teams that they've played, they maybe stick with them for a while, and then they close strong, and it ends up being, maybe 25-18, something like that. Obviously, Rogers wasn't on board with that plan, though.
Now, they know that as long as they have a swing in front of them, they have a chance to score. This team plays relentless defense and plays some of the most aggressive attacking in the state of Minnesota. And against the wall that is the Trojan block, they've seen success working around it and off it. Look for, as we take a look, I mean, we might see a rare loss for a set. The last time that happened, September 25th, that was at the Eagle Invitational at Apple Valley, one of the, if not the premier tournament in the state, and they went on to win that tournament, obviously, as they've maintained undefeated. We'll see if they can pull back and take this first set yet.
Swenson will go right back to Revere, and she delivers, so we're even at 23.
Vogel to Swenson to Revere. How many times do you think we've said that this year? Not enough, according to those three players, probably, but they are fun to watch.
Right side with it for Schmidt off the block. Overpass there, but Swenson did a good job to be ready for that. And now off the antenna, and Wayzata will have a set point chance.
Big swings, great defense leading to an eventual attack error from the freshman. Set point Wayzata looking to close.
And Wayzata will pull it out in set number one. They got all they can handle from the Royals, who went up 23-22, but Wayzata gets the last three and will pull out a 25-23 win. They were pushed, but answer the bell.
This team has faced adversity a very few times this year and answered the call every single time they have. proud of what this team, the grit they showed off that timeout at 22-23 with 3 straight points. Not just from the big names, everybody having a part, especially down the stretch. Great first set.
So 25-23 Trojans. Set 1 is in the books. The second set is up next on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back here to the XL Center. 2 courts side by side. A consolation match on the other court with Lakeville North leading Roseville 2-1. And here in our championship semifinal match, it is Wayzata pulling out a close one over Rogers, 25-23 in the first. Katie Revere, see 3 kills and 3 important times for those 2. It isn't just the sheer number, but the when they came, I think, Andy.
Yeah, absolutely. She's done it defensively. She's done it with her arm as well. And she is, in my opinion, the emotional leader. I think Vogel is the overall anchor for this team. I think Swenson is the calming presence when needed. The emotional leader is Revere, and those 3 have been anchoring this team all season. They do a really nice job working together. They play hard and fast, and it was those 3 down the stretch that really handled things. Yeah, there we see she passed 8 balls. I think she got aced once. One was one of the Schmidt balls, but she is such a calming presence there. She does a really nice job. Hopefully we can get a look at the angle here. Schmidt's going to serve this ball, and you can't get a real good look at it from the side here. She cracks that ball, and it is a great serve into the corner for an ace. We'll get another look at what she can bring as she gets to serve again. Take a look at it from this angle. That ball just drips into the corner. It's not a straight topspin. It's got some hook to it. Here it comes again.
This
that one just
long,
misses.
yes. Wayzata kind of breathing a sigh of relief there. So it'll be Katie Revere to serve now for the Trojans, tied up at 1. Moore digging that one up. Swenson going to Gerger and just wide off the block there.
Bruskowitz trying to get a hold of it, but Gerger does a really good job finding the right part of her hands.
And it's an ace for Revere right there. I was going to say, Wayzata in general not quite as aggressive of serve as Rogers, but that one had a lot of movement.
Yeah, this ball just pops, it floats, and it dips away at the end.
The block there and good as Reina scores it for the Royals. I think it's important for them to not, be down about that first set. I mean, they were disappointed they didn't end up pulling it out, but they played quite well for most of it. They were right there with, the presumably best team in the state. Jesuits with the kill for Wayzata.
Jesuits, we didn't call her name much in set 1. She comes alive there early in set 2. Really nice swing for her.
Here's Johnson to serve now for the Trojans, leading it 4-2 here in the second. They won the first set, but it was not easy. And a net violation there against the Royals. back by Swenson as she denies Ritter. And I don't get the feeling the Royals right now are feeling a little down or hanging their head a little bit. Is everything they're throwing at Wayzata not quite working?
Yeah, Trojans finding a rhythm right now. Back-to-back big swing blocks. And going to the bench for the first time in a while. Rogers pulls in, I believe that's Taylor Dawson coming in into the right back.
Mix up there, and the struggles continue for Rogers here early in the second set. 7-2 lead now for Wayzata.
A little bit of rattle on the other side of the net there. Wayzata looking to hold pressure here.
And Anderson looking to catch him off guard, attacking that second ball, but it did not pay off. And Rogers right now not looking like the team they looked like in the first set.
Be a timeout here. 8-2 Wayzata all over Rogers, and Bo Schmidt needs to get his athletes back under control. We see Wayzata kind of playing their calm, smooth volleyball, and we'll see what happens off this timeout. We know Rogers can go on runs. They need to take care of the first ball in order to do that.
Something that Wayzata obviously does a lot of things well, and one of them that comes to mind early in the second set is that their ability to keep their foot on the gas in situations like this is something that's admirable. They don't kind of get lackadaisical after winning a few key points or winning a first set like that.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been doing some really nice things all year long, playing some of the best teams in the Metro and taking care of all of them throughout the entire year. This undefeated squad is very familiar with these types of sets. 8-2 is way more Wayzata's way than 23-22 down.
See if that timeout can help them slow the momentum down anyway. And they'll score this one as Swenson was there, just about got the block.
Yeah, Ritter with the last one to touch, which is always a key on a tight ball like that, and she throws it off Swenson and down.
Leskowitz serving here. Swenson going across for more. Tip deep, Johnson is there. And they dig it up on the swing by Gerger. Emma will go again here with the tip this time and scores it for the Trojans.
You repeat a middle set, the middle has to take a different shot, and this time she tips the second one after swinging on the first one. Really good choice.
Vogel to serve with a 9-3 lead here for Wayzata. Johnson, a nice dig there. Swenson coming outside for Goldstein and hits the corner with that one.
Wow, that is surgical. That's a great spot. Good hang on the slide from Swenson, and we'll take a look at the finish to this. Patience, chase it, and then one is wide open. That is beautiful.
You just see the whole flow of the Rogers defense going with her to the outside and then cut it cross court. Schmidt spraying that one too long. He's been swinging hard, a little erratic here and there.
Yeah, she's got 3 swings out of the back row and has missed deep on all 3 opportunities. They might need to take her out of the back row often. She needs to stay on the court. She's too good to come off the floor, but she can't be their outlet right now.
And it'll be an ace for Vogel as the Royals didn't talk on that one and nearly collided.
Take a look at. They go right at her, and it's kind of a step in front, but not a wholehearted effort there from Ritter.
That was a little better as Allison Ritter puts it away for the Royals. And they're just kind of looking for a spark of some kind here in the second set. Just not much has gone their way. They haven't created much for themselves either. Goldstein hits the line with that one. even when they're not quite perfect, she caught a little bit of the tape and then lands it on the line. I mean, well, I don't know what you do with that one if you're the Royals.
You just clap your hands and know that you get to pass, and hopefully they pick up their serve receive here. Swenson back to serve, looking for an ace.
Attack right side this time, and Ritter puts it home.
Big swing into the seam of the block there. Nice swing, good first ball side out.
So 13-5, Wayzata. Vogel stays with that one. Tipped over middle here. Now they come outside for more. And Rogers, kind of chipping away a little bit here, trying to, as I said, trying to get a little spark, get something going. We'll go to Revere. Skipped off the block there. Nice job to stay with it. And then a misfire from Reines.
Reines a little short on her step close to finish there. Didn't get her body to the ball the way she wanted to. Uncharacteristic error from her. Wayzata up 13-6 here, halfway through set 2. Oh, 14-6, excuse me.
More to serve for the Trojans. And going to be a net violation against Rogers, so they appeared to be in position to get a good attack, but caught too much of the net.
Nothing going Rogers' way right now.
And the ball handling error there. So a 10-point advantage for the Trojans. Been a much different second set than the first was. Rogers gave them all they could handle in the first, but Wayzata rolling so far anyway in the second. Well, not on that point, though, as the Royals come back strong.
Reines with the first ball kill there. Gonna need to put a little run together if Rogers is gonna get back into this set. Lee back to serve.
Swenson for Revere, that time off the antenna. A rare misfire for Katie.
She's like the line today, so Swenson puts the ball where she needs it, and she just over-rotates on it.
Goldstein had it blocked. Now Jesuits will get a swing and delivers cross court.
She's got such a high reach and contact point. It's hard to defend those angles. They don't exist in most of the places in the in this volleyball. Like, she touches the ball so high, a lot of teams don't know how to defend from up there. I was confused as two balls came out of the curtain. I was shaken.
Goldstein will deliver an ace for Wayzata, and certainly serve receive has been one area that's dropped off in set 2 for the Royals.
Yeah, I think Bo Schmidt may have given up on this set, and this would have been the time to call a timeout here. I think he's just going to let this one ride out and let his team kind of find some momentum.
And Schmidt putting it away.
Big seam in the block. Jesuits overruns it, and that ball through the floor.
So here's Schmidt. Too long with that serve.
She may be running out of gas here. There was a lot asked of her yesterday in the quarterfinal. Not really hitting with the same pace and velocity that she had yesterday.
Middle there, Revere able to stay with it. Jesuits will send a free ball over. Right side for Schmidt, but too long. Been a little erratic today. put a new ball in play as that one went down the runway there. You know, want to leave the wild plexiglass up here, huh? Cross court, Vogel a dig. And Swenson with a block. Wow, and Wayzata, that's as excited about a point as they've gotten today. Vogel with a miracle dig, and then Swenson with a great block, and it just kind of feels like they've started to take this match over.
Yep. Here it is, it's tight, it's an overpass, and Swenson, great vision, turns and finds. That's a great block by the All-Metro selection. 21-9, Wayzata all over Rogers here.
Well, this has, in general this year, been their best set, but not really today. And they have been in a couple of 5-set matches this year, losing very early to St. Michael Albertville, but as Andy pointed out, came back and took it to the Knights in the Section 8 final, and then also in the Champlain Park in the crossover match, if you will, for the Northwest Suburban Championship. It's been a kind of one to forget, though, for Rogers here in this second set so far.
Bo Schmidt fired up. I haven't seen him that emotional since we played college volleyball against each other back in 2001. His St. John's team played my Minnesota second team, and we had a couple great battles. Bo, an intense player in his own right. That's the first time I've seen him that excited as we take a look at Stella Swenson. 13 assists, 3 blocks, and a lot of great plays to extend things.
And Revere with the service there. And that's one thing you kind of forget about. Obviously, the setter's main job is to function in getting your offense, but she's a great blocker, too. Vogel to Swenson, and now Gerger had it blocked. Royals are not done. Maybe that talking to or scolding or whatever you want to call it in the huddle got them a little bit fired up. Good to see smiles again. I think that was maybe a little bit was missing too. I mean, obviously you're feeling a little pressure in a state semifinal. Serve too long.
Wayzata student section, very polite. Three different times they've said thank you to the Rogers team.
Vogel had to relace him there, and now Johnson will serve. Trojans up 22-11. Had to really fight for the first set, but have rolled so far in the second. Tip to the outside and wide, as they weren't on the same page at all on that set. Riskowitz tried to make something out of it, but couldn't land it on the line there.
Rogers just looking to get out of set 2 here and reset, I think.
I was going to say to get a change of sides in the court, but we're not doing that this year anymore with COVID. Moore had it denied. She'll get another try. Here's Schmidt, and too long with that one. Good decision to let that one go. It was tempting, I think, to try and play it, but Moore with a block, and then there's Swenson.
Dominant.
So Wayzata, no trouble at all in set 2 after a struggle in the first. 25-11, Trojans dominate. They are up 2-0. Our third set is on the way here from the XL Energy Center in St. Paul. Welcome back here to the XL Energy Center. Wayzata beating Rogers 25-23 and then 25-11 as we go to set 3. The Trojans looking to sweep their way into the championship. Well, some great players around the Twin Cities, and starting with the first team All-Metro for Star Tribune.
Julia Hansen, Sienna Eiffel, Kendall Kemp, Maddie Lepetsky, all great seniors from South Metro teams, joining Stella Swenson and Ella Vogel, who we've had the honor of covering a lot this year, and hopefully at least one more match this season. And the second team, another group of just great players: Abby Stanwood, Esty Haugen, Cam Greenwald, Lily Wackles, a phenomenal 1A player. Elle Cotton up in Elk River does a really nice job running her offense. Samara Amador, a third Egan player on that team. Joining her in the third team, Emma Barron. So there's 4 Egan players on the All-Metro team. Didn't make the state tournament. Up north, we drew Avery Bolus and our very own Kylie Stremmel joining the squad there. Also joining them, Redzaitis and a few other wonderful players as we get back into live volleyball here.
Revere gets to go ahead, and she will serve to begin set 3 here for the Trojans. Vogel is there to dig that one up. Now Jesuits had to reach for that one a little bit. I think kind of changed her mind at the last minute and looks at the bench like, come on. Got an opportunity, didn't get it.
Yep, didn't quite get her feet where she wanted that ball, and errors will come in bunches when that happens as Schmidt gets the opportunity to serve her. See if she can right the ship from set 2.
Berger pushing that one over. Swenson will come back for Jesuits, and she scores it. I think she wanted to get her, okay, let's get back to her and see if she can deliver, and that's exactly what they did.
Those 2 sophomores have done some really nice things for this Wayzata team.
Johnson with the serve for Wayzata. Here's Schmidt. Revere, hard to control, but got it over. That one snuck through the block, and then Gerger is able to tap it over. And this time they will not be able to dig that one from Schmidt.
Schmidt getting through the set 2 jitters, puts a couple with some pretty decent pace on him, including that one there.
Yeah, they just kind of like to wipe the slate clean after that. They played quite well in the first, not well at all in the second. Berger tried to go down the line there, but seemed kind of indecisive with that and missed wide.
She wants that one back again as well. We'll see if Swenson obliges.
Ryan is serving, her team leading 3-1 here early in the third. Moore with the swing, dug up by Vukic. Push to the corner, but just too long. Good communication and good eyes there for Wayzata. That sometimes the ball that your first thought is, oh, I've got to play this as you're kind of retreating. Ella Vogel with the serve, and she'll use the net. 3-3.
Vogel quietly putting together a nice match statistically as well. Finds the tape there.
Wide for Goldstein. That time missed cross court. They hit on one earlier. Oh, it was off fingers though. And it'll be a point for Wayzata. Just grazed the blocker apparently.
Bruskowitz immediately basically told her teammates, we'll catch it with the, right there. Great camera work again, gentlemen.
And good call too.
Oh, sure, that too.
Yes. it's fun to get on officials when they miss one. We're going to give them credit.
Give them some props when they get it right, which they do a lot of the time, absolutely.
So 5-3 lead here for Wayzata. They've scored 4 in a row. And there's an ace.
Vogel on a nice run here. We'll take a look at this ace again. This one goes off Schmidt's platform. Just took her eyes off the ball.
Yeah, she seemed to be there and in good position and everything, but. Off the block. Johnson lays out to dig it. Now Moore. Had that one denied. They'll come again now. Swenson gets an opportunity to swing there. Royals scramble and are able to save it. And there's the setter Swenson attacking.
Really nice decision, good time for that. Great chaos, great run through and run down by Rogers. When they're on their heels, Swenson knows that that dump will score, and she takes it herself.
And that pass into the net, and all of a sudden Wayzata starting to make it look like set 2 did, as they have roared ahead now 8-3. Strong serving.
Vogel already with 12 digs and 4 service aces, looking for a 5th here.
Schmidt. Dug up by Johnson. Now it's Moore. Will put it away.
It's relentless. It's non-stop, Jay. There's always somebody taking a big swing no matter what the opportunity is. Swenson pushes that ball 30 feet across, and Moore waiting there knowing it's going to get to her. Really nice swing into the 6.
And even before that, the dig by Johnson. Against a lot of Rogers' opponents, they would have been celebrating the kill there. Took to the outside and wiped it off the blocker of Swenson, who immediately said, my bad, I didn't get her hands quite in position there.
Ritter getting the much needed side out for Rogers.
Swenson will come to Goldstein down the line and good. Got the cross court and this time down the line.
Such a dynamic attacker. Undersized middle, but just offensive.
Not saying start the buses. They apparently think Rogers arrived via tractor.
And there comes the daddy's money cheer in response. Here we go.
Good swing there. Vogel is there. There's Schmidt playing it deep. Vogel gets to it. Good point here. Who's going to take it? Goldstein fires away and scores, and Wayzata. We were saying business-like earlier, but there have been a few where they're like, yes. The bench erupted, and all the players on the court were just pumped about that.
From down 3-2 to up 11-4, Rogers needs a timeout to regroup here. Scott Jackson's squad firing again on all cylinders. They had a really great battle in set 1, which may be what they need to finish out this tournament run they've been on. And from that moment forward, from down 23-22, they have roared for the last 2.5 sets. Wayzata, again, there isn't anything going wrong on their side of the net. Great defensive effort. Swenson putting balls on tees, getting her hitters in one-on-one situations, and those hitters obliging with clean kills time after time after time. Rogers not only needs a side out, but they're going to need a run with a few blocks in it, and they're going to need a few bounces if they hope to see this thing go to 4 sets. Scott Jackson keeping his crew calm, steps away, lets the seniors get the last word in. I love when he does that, knowing that he's done the prep work to get him here. I asked him when we were sitting here if he got up on a box and ripped some jump serves at his players yesterday, and he goes, listen, if they didn't know how to defend it before today, one day in a gym isn't going to make it any better, and they've handled her serve very well.
Moore able to get to that one. Now, Sierra Moore misfiring. Anderson with the serve. Swenson for Goldstein, had it blocked there by Lee. And the Royals trying to get a little bit of momentum going here. coverage behind, but they're not able to keep it alive. Ritter did a nice job there.
Good patience, great discipline, eyes on the people, not on the ball. Really good press across for that block.
Whoa. Johnson's pass. Swenson had a long run to try and get there. Couldn't control it, so it's 11-8 now.
Looking to get back into this. Rogers on a little mini run. They're going to need to extend that, though.
For Goldstein, and she'll come through as they work the slide, and that's what Wayzata has done to teams all season long. Just when they start to feel really good about themselves, they are efficient, get into the offense, and all of a sudden there's another point up.
Yeah, there's that slide. Ritter does a great job kicking it all the way, getting her block to the antenna. Swenson sees it, leaves the set inside, and Goldstein puts it away.
More to Swenson, and tipped by Goldstein for the point. Good recognition there. Right side they'll come. Royals not able to recover, so Moore and company starting to try and pull away again here, leading at 14-8. And we're going to have a ball handling error called there against the Royals.
It's always easier to call a double contact coming towards you as an R1. So the advantage definitely on Wayzata's side. Also with the backdrop, the side does matter here at the XL Energy Center.
Sends it out for Jesuits. Nice block there by Schmidt. And then a misfire by Jesuits. Rogers getting the point. They can't afford to be trading here now, though. They got to try and go at least 2 for 1 or put together a little bit of a run.
Uh-oh.
And Ritter.
Bad toss.
Yeah. I think those are the kind that make you think that, your head's kind of spinning a little bit, like you're thinking you have to be perfect against this team. Schmidt, a strong hit. Moore, though, stayed with it. To the outside, tipped over. Revere backhanding it, and then that one was off the antenna. Oh, yeah, it looks like we had
ball handling error before that, but it was off the antenna as well. 17-9, and Rogers not going to be able to pull this one off. Looking to play a little bit cleaner here down the stretch, though.
Goldstein with a tough serve. And that kill for Rhinus. Off the blockers as Royals battling on here. Caitlin Lee serving here for Rogers. And Revere had to adjust and bump it over. But then ultimately the Royals collide. So Revere, it's a very little play. It wasn't very pretty, but she kept it alive.
All you got to do is extend rallies and do the normal things at a high level of efficiency. Really nicely done.
Off the block there, Vogel sticks with it. Jesuits, they collide. And there's Gerger denying that one as Schmidt had a swing, and big Emma Gerger in the middle, blocking strong for the Trojans.
Just drops that hand down inside and stuff block Gerger. Excited about the chance here. 19-10, Wayzata up.
block there. Swenson gets back into position, comes to Jesuits and lights that one off the block, and Trojans to 20 now, 20 to 10. Looking to complete a sweep here against 5th seed Rogers and advance to the championship. And that one off the block as the Royals Rhinus will get the side out backer. You kind of forget, I mean, obviously last year was such a weird year. Wayzata won it 2 years ago. I think they would have been at least in the mix for possibly winning it last year, too. They could have been looking perhaps at a three-peat, but something called COVID-19 had other ideas. Jesuits off the block there. And gonna have a net violation as Rhinus followed through, and again, just all those type of things adding up, not going the Royals' way right now.
Yeah, you talk about the 2020 season. I thought it was honestly between them and Eastridge, one of those two teams would have come out on top with the matches that I was able to see during the COVID-shortened season.
And there's Schmidt coming through with a strong attack for the Royals, but their deficit is quite large still at 21-12.
Rhinus gonna need to go on a run here.
Swenson coming to Gerger, and Royals stay with it, get it over. Now it's Revere's turn. Too strong with that one. Point for Rogers.
Like that downhill swing out of the back row from Revere there. I wouldn't be upset if she got another opportunity. Swenson has that look in her eyes, though. I like it to Moore here.
It is Moore. It's dug up, and then Gerger puts it away.
Wayzata 3 points away from a seat at the state championship. We take a look at this big swing from Moore, and Gerger sees the open court, and there it is.
Vogel to serve at a 22-13 lead. And Vogel digs that one up. To the outside and scored for Rogers off of Swenson.
Another time where Swenson's block was in the right position, but in the position early, and Rogers able to make a plan to go against it.
Goldstein on the slide there. Tipped over, and it's going to land wide. Good talk again by Wayzata as Swenson attacking that second ball. Royals got to it, but couldn't control it enough to keep it in play. 23-14 as Swenson will serve. Pushed over there, and there was a near collision. Wayzata probably thinking, rather than get hurt for the championship, I'll let that one fall.
Yep. 15-23. Rogers going to need to run here.
It's going to be Anderson serving. Side to Moore, way cross court with that one. Yeah, nice job to stay with it, and Schmidt does get it over.
Oh, come on.
Oh, Goldstein denied. Outside it comes for Schmidt, blocked by Moore. And Wayzata now to within a point of punching their ticket to Saturday night.
Take a look at this set here. Swenson facing the wrong antenna, runs a gap set behind. She might be the only setter in the country running that play. That's a gorgeous ball setting up set point here after the block.
Pretty impressive for the Royals to be ready for that as much as they were too, though. I was kind of shocked by that as much as the set. Moore gets the go-ahead here, 24-15, trying to wrap it up here in 3. Oh, that one might have been out. Moore plays it. Now Jesuits. And that'll hit the court as Jesuits gets the kill, and Wayzata advances to the championship as they win in 3 over Rogers. You kind of had the feeling with the way that second set went that maybe Rogers had given them their best, and it wasn't quite enough in the first, and then the second and third were a little more Wayzata dominant.
Yeah, great word to describe it, dominant. They advance to the Class 4A state final. They have over 48 hours to think about how they're going to play either Eastridge or Eden Prairie, the match that'll happen here on this court right after this. They make it to their second straight state final, winning the entire thing in 2019, looking for a repeat. Due to COVID, with not a three-peat, but they could very well repeat in a couple days.
So, hope you've enjoyed this one. It is Wayzata with a sweep here in the semifinals, 25-23, 25-11, and 25-15. We will be back Saturday for the championship match as well for the Trojans. For Andy Gugesberg and all of our CCX crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. That'll do it for this semifinal from the XL Center, where Wayzata advances to the championship match.